right, Friday weekend edition of Pick Central, Barstool's daily gambling show. Pick Central brought to you every day by Game Time, the exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. They take care of us and they take care of everybody else because they have the best deals out there in the ticketing universe. Created by fans for fans, Game Time is a new ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guarantee the lowest price. They have cracked the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. You've got the playoffs, the NHL playoffs. Hell, the Derby's tomorrow. I bet Game Time can help you get last-minute tickets to the Derby.
Fight.
The fight. Thank you very much. The huge fight, the Canelo fight.
Scherzer's pitching tonight.
The purchase process takes just 2 taps and 10 seconds, and once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed. The app allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text, so you can get in the game seamlessly, skip the hassle, enjoy the moment. Download the Game Time app. Go to the account tab to create a login and redeem code CENTRAL for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, CENTRAL is your code for $20 off your first purchase once you download the Game Time app. Download Game Time. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. All right, Rico is here. Big Ev is here. It's the A crew on a Friday as we're going into an A-plus weekend. We have the Canelo fight once again Saturday night, Vegas. Canelo, the best pound for pound, the most famous fighter in the world, the biggest fighter in the world right now. He is fighting, and he is going to be fighting with a broadcast by Barstool Sports. Dave, Dan, Robbie Fox, Roan and Caleb on the interviews. DAZN.com, DAZN.com/Barstool. If you want to watch that feed, go buy it at DAZN.com/Barstool, and you will get the boys. You will get the best commentary team in America. What's up, Rico?
What's going on?
There was a lot of plugs there at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, pay the bills.
Got a lot going on.
Shout out Game Time.
We only have a year left before they shut the doors on this place.
Exactly.
So might as well.
I've been saying.
Might as well squeeze the lemon.
We should go to a Game Time game together before it's too late.
Yeah.
Well, I think the three of us should, TJ. I'm not sure you should invite yourself.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Okay, TJ's officially invited. Hey, Big Ev.
Hello, Brandon.
What's up? How you doing? Are you?
All right.
I already see with you. I can tell how this summer's going to go. You're slow playing the Mets stuff. But you're going to be Mr. Met by August.
All right, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that I'm not the Met guy?
Well, no, you're not the Met guy here. I mean,
yeah. That's just the way. The way the cards felt. Like, what are you supposed to do? Get KFC?
I'm just saying. I can already tell. I just feel it in my bones because today you got a little extra pep in your step. Yesterday, the Mets with a 7-0 comeback. They beat the Phillies. Score. It was 7-1 going in the ninth. They scored 7 runs and beat the Phillies. That's one of those things.
I mean, check the timeline. I've tweeted about the Mets for the last 7 years, in and out.
Well, just relax. We're having a good week.
Yeah, you started 12:03.
You'll get the dad joke in a minute. My dad's in prison. You'll
Jesus.
get that in a minute. You'll drop that in. It's gonna be great.
Watch the Mets every night.
Really?
Every night.
Okay, so yeah, but they were 7-1, and it happens against the Phillies, and now the Phillies are like I see the Phillies wanting to fire Joe Girardi.
The entire city of Philadelphia is up in flames right now.
It is.
It's not going well.
Things are going poorly in Philly. And after that great NFL draft, you knew when the sports gods gave Philly the great NFL draft, shit was about to hit the fan. And
you get one giveth, taketh.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, blow a 7-1 lead.
Joel Embiid.
Yep, you get Jordan Davis.
I still think a draft, hanging your hat on a draft is tough because that is the future. It's not a guarantee. You know what I'm saying?
But that is hope. And hope is the only thing sports are about is with fans are hope and despair. You're either hopeful or you're in despair.
I got you. But I got you.
And Philly fans dance that dance of going between hope and despair harder than anybody. When they go into hope, oh my God, they're obnoxious. When they go into despair, they're the saddest pieces of shit around.
No,
you New York fans are similar. You New York fans are similar.
Smitty was saying the other night he doesn't think Girardi makes this weekend.
You gonna fire him that quick? I mean, they're not doing.
He doesn't
great.
think he makes it through the weekend, I should say.
It has been it's been a bad start for him, no doubt about it. And especially they came in with all this hype. They signed Castellano, Schwarber.
Yeah.
Harper just won MVP. He's back. They got the Wheeler. You got some pitching Nola.
Hoskins. they got a roster.
They do. Realmuto. You got a real lineup. You got a lineup on paper that looks really good. I would say without question, top 10 lineup on paper.
But I mean, they're 11-15, right? And the Braves, who won the World Series, are 12-15. Both these teams are going to get right.
Oh no, I mean it's early. I think for them it was. I remember. I mean, it only got pointed out because it was a trivia question that the Phillies have the longest playoff drought of like any
Crazy.
NL team. I think it's
That's
really
crazy.
they've made the playoffs in like over 10 years.
So since like the Halladay no-hitter year, that was like 2010 or 11.
The Reds have
Something
made
like
the playoffs more recently. I think even the Pirates
Reds made
have.
it 2 years ago. Yeah, and the Pirates right after with
Cutchin,
they had him.
Year.
So it makes sense.
Pirates making the playoffs that one year is just a fart in the wind. I barely remember it. I think they just made the.
Well, they had
I know
that
everybody
team.
was
They had
excited and
McCutchen, they had Marte. They had what was the third baseman that hit like
oh God, he's a trivia.
Pedro
question every
Alvarez.
time. Alvarez.
Pedro Alvarez. Like
They have Josh Bell laying around.
They had
Yeah.
some good bats. They had a good
They
team.
made the wild card game though. Right?
Harrison as
I
well.
remember them losing like before dinner time or like commuting home and like being like, oh, they lost.
But the Mets are just on one.
Dude, they're really so. Two things out of that. First off, I handicapped the game totally incorrect because we were like, oh, they'll crush Nola. They'll crush. They couldn't do dick against Nola.
Yeah.
But I mean that bullpen, they just have a no quit type thing, and it's through Buck. We talked about it. He wants to fight. He knows the rules. He practices weird shit. He's willing to fight for them. They're a good unit. It's just good to have like. You don't go 6 games where you have 3 runs combined, you know?
I wasn't watching the game. I'm
Well,
not watching
so
it right
that's
now.
the second part because I'll let you go. The other part was for the Hot Ice Crew was an unbelievable like multi-TV setup. Nimmo comes up, gets a huge hit while Machado's getting up to cash the hit parade. He hits the bomb, and Nimmo does it. We're like, it's simultaneous. Like, what are you getting excited about? It was crazy. So it was awesome.
So I wasn't watching the game, but I did see a Twitter recap this morning of the entire comeback, and there was nothing cheap about it. Like Lindor.
A little bit off his leg.
Lindor hits a bomb. The pitcher.
Canna off his
I mean, he
leg.
knocked the shit out. He hit the shit out of that ball, though.
He did.
It was a break for the pitcher just to get it. Like that should have gone up the middle. But yeah, I mean, there were multiple doubles in the corner. There was the double off the wall in left center. There was a long home run. Like they were just knocking the fucking. shit out
Lindor
of
hit the shit out of it. Marte should have hit a dinger too. That was like
Hit off the
deep,
wall, yeah, like
deepest
dead
part of the
center.
ballpark.
And Nimmo's single was it wasn't the hardest hit thing, but it was
It's a solid base
it's a
hit.
solid.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, it was a solid looping
I mean,
line
the
drive.
only kind of tough one was Marte to open the thing was an infield hit
Yeah.
to get it going. But yeah, I mean they're hitting the shit out of the ball. J.D. Davis comes in like no pouting. He buries the ball off the bench. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes.
All right, this is a big weekend. We have already talked about the fight, the Canelo fight. Any fight analysis from you on that one?
I mean, I would say Canelo like late rounds.
I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about the opponent. Tell me something about the opponent.
So I was watching some of his fights like this week. He's much bigger. So just give a quick. He's fighting at 175. Canelo's like 5'7.5". This guy's like 6 foot 6'1", maybe bigger guy, but he's young. I mean, not a crazy amount of experience. He's like Canelo's like had like I think like 60 fights under his belt, and they're literally 1 losses to Mayweather when he was like 23.
yeah.
I mean, the guy's Dimitri Bivol. He's like I said, he's 6 foot 175. He's 19-0 with 11 knockouts. So he's not like this crazy knockout puncher. Really good jab, but I just think it's one of those fights where like the experience kicks in. Like I think how it goes is he wins some early rounds. I think Bivol definitely points some early rounds, and then I think Canelo kind of just starts to like take over, and there's like 7th, 8th round, maybe he gets like a late finish. I think I'm gonna just sprinkle some like Canelo rounds like 9 to 12 kind of thing.
Fair enough. Now on the horses, have you settled on your winning horse, or are you still you just
I'm rolling with Charge It.
charge it?
The 8. I love it when I'm hearing about it.
Why do you like charge it?
Speed. I like his spot. I like the
tell you
name.
what.
I also like that the name. I mean, that's just what do you want me to
Tell you,
say?
if you're
It'll help.
I read
picking
what
out a horse to win a race,
Speed.
speed is a great place to
Certainly
start.
will help.
it is. It is. Yeah. Also I go on the name, but like it's. I mean, listen. What do you want me to say? Like I've read.
asking.
I've read from what other experts obviously do, which I'm not going to convey on my own
Yeah.
info. But like it seems like a lot of people like Charge It. You also don't want to take a favorite. It's not really fun. Right now it's 20. They're saying the money's going to come down, so that helps me. It looks like you look line movement. I guess it's moving in the right direction. I also just the name. Having
Taiba's,
lived with someone whose motto is Charge It, I'm on Charge It. That's the way it's going.
I think isn't Taiba a hot horse?
Taiba's an enigma.
That's
If you can follow this. I've listened to a ton of different podcasts. Jerry, the quote of a writer says this horse is an enigma. It only has 2 starts. It also hasn't really run since the Santa Anita Derby,
Yeah.
which is not like a good sign. But everything else you read, it's like,
It
hey,
won though, right?
it
like 2-0.
did. But you're supposed to run again. Like it says, who's the most talented? Taiba, but like the performance is not.
Also,
I really
isn't
love
he-
what we're doing.
He's like 17 or 18. I think they said no one's ever won from the spot he's in, or like it's very rare. It's like super.
I'd
rare.
have to look. No, he's a 12. You can win from the 12, but I'd have
'Cause maybe I was talking.
That's,
to Jay, he might that he said he was like
17
it was like 17 or 18 or something.
I forget the name now. I wrote them.
You don't want to be on the far outside.
17 has never won. I don't think.
You don't want to be on the far inside, right?
Well, no, it's weird. So I actually just pulled him a call to Francesa where he goes. He's like, Rico, you're not a horse guy. He goes, you're not a horse guy, because I call it pole positions, not post positions.
Right.
But at that time, like 2016, I think was the call. Like 4 of the last 5 had won from 10 out, and 7 of the last 8 or 7 of the last 10 like win from 10 out. What they say is the inside 3 are really bad, and I think like the outside 2 are really bad because you have to get over. So unless you're like ultra speed, and Jerry knows the race, but a couple years ago in the Derby, somebody just literally made that turn and then took off, but it was difficult. Like, it's hard to do. I'd say like 10 to 15 is the money spot.
Are you still calling to Francesa because when they close the doors on this place in a year, you?
No. Francesa's in Jamie Foxx territory now.
It's an easy
Haven't
landing
called
spot
him
for you.
Haven't called him since he retired.
All right.
But no, this was a call from literally 5 years ago. No, what's he gonna do? Pay me as a caller? Come on.
I mean, isn't that what they did here for a while?
Incorrect.
I was just guessing. I don't know. I don't know what your deal is, and you don't need to know what my deal is. Maybe get out of my pockets once in a goddamn
That's Jerry's thing.
You're the one that went out and took a nap.
I needed 30.
That was a fake number.
I know. I think it's low.
I didn't say it was fake on the high side. I said it was a fake number. So, what are
Hey,
your?
listen. Here's why I love the Derby.
Thank you.
You talk about these major like parlays, right? Like,
Right.
in it to win it. Like, a lot of these long shots win, and for something that you don't really have to get too worked up about research wise, just plug some numbers,
Yeah.
split a huge ticket with your buddies, and you can have. Think of it this way: like a 3-team parlay in the NFL. I don't, or whatever. It's hard to describe, but like we have so many different options. Now, some of them have to get only third. Some of them can't win. Like, that's how it works. But you have a ton of the tickets, and the payouts can be astronomical. It's a ton of fun. Plus, it's 3 minutes.
What I love about the Derby is I am not a horse guy. I will wake up on Saturday, find a name I like, and I will put $100 on it. And that's what I'm going to do, just to have the action. Right. I'm not going to think about it all week. And it's one of those things that as a casual fan, I can. It's 2 minutes long.
It's the pageantry also, though.
Right.
Fancy.
I don't give a shit about pageantry.
The nice weather, the party, like
it's 2 minutes long. You start watching it, in 2 minutes it's over, and it's a rush for 2 minutes, and you can forget it ever existed if you didn't win the bet, or you can just be happy as fuck. So I don't know. Are you more casual on this?
I'm like the same as you.
Yeah.
I'm
1,000%
I'll listen to people, like if someone like Rico's really like Jerry, like I'll like the other day I was like Jerry, I was like telling me like give me the scoop, and he was telling me about Taiba and like some other horses that he likes. So I'll listen to guys that, like, just friends that I know are into it, and I'll usually take like 2 horses. I'll put like a little bit here, a little bit there. Maybe like me and my dad will split like an exacta box.
Of course,
like that. Like,
here's the other part too, is like the casual. You talk about casual fans, like picture, and I say it all the time, like communion parties, college graduations this weekend. Like, you walk into a house and you're trying to explain the ins and outs of like UFC. Not everybody's some people kind of be like, I'm trying to explain motion offense. Brandon's trying to explain college football. Like, 2 people will be like, oh well, yeah, this guy's arm and this and the run offense, like spread. Like, people will be like, not really a sports guy, bro. It's a bunch of fucking animals lined up and running. Like, how do you? Everybody can kind of, and a ton of people will have an opinion on. Oh yeah, well my birthday's on the 18th.
You got a Derby that stands out in your mind that's happened before?
Not really.
I guess
like it's funny because growing up, always kind of what you watch with your uncles and shit like that.
Right.
But I guess most recently,
what you remember more is the Preakness and the Belmont, because what you remember are the horses that live on, whether they get close to, like Smarty Jones when he was leading on the backstretch.
I actually think it loses a little luster down the road because it's less. Like, I just feel like there's so many in this one. It's the opener. I also think like 2 weeks in between. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're like, it kind of pops back up on you. Like, I always know first.
It depends on how the Derby goes, how much buzz the Preakness gets.
1,000%. Yeah.
If there's a horse that runs away and wins by 10 seconds, the Preakness is going to get a lot of buzz because this could be a special horse.
Yeah.
Or if there's just like
a long shot, if the favorite loses, they pull it out of the Preakness.
Crazy wild finish, you know.
that was that one a few years ago. The what was it? The
Country Time or something.
He cut the horse off, and the horse They ended up getting it was like 60-something to 1.
Country house.
Town, country house.
I was in Nashville, and one of my good friends that grew up with that, like I was staying with him in Nashville. He didn't even realize like he had the horse that was like 65 to 1. We were watching it. We were at like a Top Golf or something. We left to go to like a bar, and like had no idea it happened. Then all of a sudden they just say it over the loudspeaker. Get it for like 10 grand.
Unbelievable.
And no clue.
Yeah, like I put my bachelor party around Kentucky Derby weekend. We didn't go to the Derby. We went to Myrtle Beach, but like having a sporting event around, it's one of those I just think can kind of get everybody together. It's very easy.
Sorry if I'm amused, but thinking about your bachelor party and what that might look like, the 10 guys that might be involved in that going to Myrtle fucking Beach.
Dark Alley dudes.
I mean, that's Donnie Damage and
I didn't go to Donnie's.
Mickey Meatballs. I don't know what your guys' names are.
Crew.
I was like, I get my hair cut.
Joey Yanks.
I get my hair cut at Kenny Hammer's place.
Yes, he does. I told you that as soon as I saw the logo.
Kenny Hammer owns the barbershop I go to.
I know you haven't met him yet, right?
I've never met him.
I know. I think
He just owns the building.
Yeah,
right?
I think he's so connected. I don't think he's really into the spot. But
Literally, I'm getting my hair cut, and I just see this some artwork on the wall, and it just says Kenny Hammer on it. I call him like, "Is this your guy?"
Kenny Hammer.
guy. Legend.
All right, tonight we have the Heat and the Sixers. We have the Suns and the Mavs, and this is one of those things. Right, Joel Embiid has been declared out by the Sixers, but there is significant hope that he is making enough progress that he will then be ruled in. How does that work? I don't understand. I don't understand how, because this happened a couple of days ago with Booker and the
Isn't
Suns.
it so? It's like, but now
He was
it's
ruled
like,
out, and then he was
I'm
ruled in.
confused because he cleared concussion, but he's tore a ligament in his thumb.
Okay, so this guy, even here's why I'm betting the Heat tonight. If Joel Embiid plays, he'll be masked up. He has he's coming off the concussion. He has a fractured orbital bone, which is a very painful. I mean, think about a fractured bone right here, and you're running and jumping, and you're jarring it all day long, and then you're wearing a mask on top of it, and he has a busted thumb. Like, if he plays, I can't see him being very good. I can't see him being.
It'd be like heroic if he was.
If he comes out and goes for 30, 12, and 8 tonight, whatever. Throw the MVP vote out and make sure he gets it, because that would be incredible.
What's the
just
feel
don't
in
see it.
Philly too? Doesn't it feel like
Feels like a
if
funeral.
The Heat,
It feels like a funeral.
if the Heat get up 8-10 in the first quarter and in the first half and do a run. It's like I don't see Philly ever really getting into it, or the Heat lead from start to finish and Philly's just kind of praying like, can we cut 12-6, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't think that city's very excited.
You know what I could see? You know how they got the fear of God put into them last series when they went up 3-0 and then lost 2 games?
Yeah.
I could see them falling down 3-0, winning a couple games, and thinking, okay, this is it, and it doesn't end up happening. But I'm betting the Heat -3 tonight, because even if I get Embiid, I'm not sure what I'm getting out of Embiid. And James Harden's not good enough at this point in his career to be the hero.
No, because I mean, even in that game too, like Maxey had like a crazy game. He had like 30-something. They still couldn't get it done. I mean, yeah, I don't know what's good with Harden. Harden's just like, he's just not that same.
And they're at home, and it does feel like a crowd that might be, like you said, if the 4 minutes left in the first quarter, it's 16-8 Heat. It feels like the fucking the crowd is not going to be a home court advantage. Like, they're going to be restless. They're going to be, they're not going to be. Now, if they come out and they're up 31-22 after the first quarter, look out. They might be okay. But yeah, and then you have the Suns Mavs, which Suns are only 1-point favorites on the road. It's Chris Paul's birthday. Today's Chris Paul's birthday.
I need to know what's good with Luka.
That's fine. It's Chris Paul's birthday. He's 37 years old today. So he's playing on his birthday. I like the over. This game has gone comfortably over this series has gone comfortably over both times. I don't see changing buildings really affecting that much. I do think maybe Brunson's better at home. But I don't know what I feel like on the game. I don't know which way. I'm not going to pick a side. I'm going to bet the over. I think it comfortably goes over again.
I'm 0-4 betting these series so far.
Yeah, I was chasing last series that over in those Sixers games against the Raptors. I've done okay with the Suns. I got this Warriors wrong the other night. I'm off the NBA tonight. But if I had to pick, I do agree with you. I kind of like the Suns.
NBA is just
I nailed them the other night.
far and away my best sport this year for some reason. And baseball's been just a fucking disaster.
This year it's been terrible.
I bet the Red Sox money line yesterday they lost 9-0 or 8-0.
Well, that's your bad is far bad. Evs lost 100 games by 1 run.
Yeah.
This baseball season has been really ugly.
Last night, I think our best bets in
I've been
dogs
getting
were the
killed.
Mariners and the Marlins. They lost by a combined 2 runs. And then we put Machado. This is how fucking crazy it was. We, castrated ourselves. We put Machado in the hit parade. He was the only guy who beat the fucking Marlins. He had 2 homers.
All right, in 10 minutes, I will open up the phone lines. 888-STOOL-22, 888-STOOL-22. Give me your thoughts for the weekend or your best picks. 888-STOOL-22. 10 minutes, we open up the phone lines. And I don't know how this guy got the memo. One guy's has been there already.
One is a smart guy. He just seen you had your laptop out.
Oh, and he put that together?
That's what I was thinking when I saw there was one calling hole and you hadn't done it. I was like, he knows.
888-STOOL-22. So call in. I will go to you at about 12:30. A couple more things. I don't mean to besmirch the spring and what we've got this weekend. NFL win totals have hit the Barstool Sports book. NFL win totals have hit, and
schedules.
I just wrote down some interesting ones.
We haven't had the schedules yet.
Not the dates, but teams you're playing.
Right. I've got.
All right, hypothetical. Does that matter?
What?
The order of teams playing.
I don't think so.
What percentage would you put it at? I say a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't. If you're playing, you don't want to play Green Bay in to the end of December.
Actually, no. We got blessed. We have that's technically an away game, Green Bay, but it's in London.
Oh,
the
that is
Giants.
nice.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
It's huge not to go to Lambeau.
I think it matters a little bit.
All right, so I wrote down just the ones I found interesting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I found 8 interesting apparently.
Reminder, it's
Out of 32. That's
17 games now.
It is. Yeah. Thank you very much, Rico.
Reminder.
That's why he's the best in the fucking business.
Right.
All right, I found the Bills, who to me are the best team in football.
We play guess.
I think they're going to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, I want you to guess what their what their total is. Again, you play 17 games.
I'm gonna say 11.
I'm gonna go 12 because that was what I was gonna say, but I'm gonna say 12.
Okay. Well, did you look at my sheet?
No, I promise.
All right, it is 11.5.
All right, so that's good.
But it is juiced. It is juiced to the
minus 120.
minus 143 to the over.
Okay.
So it's juiced to the over a little bit. The Bengals just went to the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be lower.
Has Joe Burrow, has Jamar Chase, and really kind of revamped that offensive line, like improved that team a lot. I thought
10.
No,
Flat.
under. I'm gonna say
It's not much. 9.5 max.
Big Av. I don't want to. It's
10. Okay,
10.
I was gonna say 9.5. So
It is juiced to the under. So if you want to go over 10, you can get it at plus 113.
I was half right.
Yeah, it's juiced to the under.
That's
minus
a number I
137.
probably wouldn't bet. I see them winning. Like it's right there. Super Bowl regression a little bit.
Steelers might suck. Ravens, I don't know. Browns, I don't know. Is Deshaun Watson even going to be able to play? I don't know. That division might hand them more wins than you think.
Got it.
Um,
Steelers will never. I don't think the Steelers will ever bottom out.
And so the Ravens, same thing.
I mean, rookie Kenny Pickett, I don't know, man.
The defense is just good.
The Broncos added Russell Wilson.
Loaded division.
8.5. Maybe 9.
I'll go with that. 8.5, 9.
You're both wrong. It's 10.
Wow.
And then 7 is
a lot of
there?
respect for Russell Wilson. Wow.
the over is juiced a little bit. So they actually
Wow.
yeah.
Interesting.
Over is minus 121 and the under is even. The Packers lost Devontae Adams, going to have a couple of rookie receivers.
Still a weak division.
Aaron Rodgers, 2-time defending MVP. Weak division.
It's Rodgers. They got to put the number.
11 and a half.
I don't think it's that high. 10.5.
It's 11.
Damn.
It's 11. Big Ev's on fire. Yeah, it's 11.
Well, he's going first.
And the he's choosing to. I'm not asking him to.
I'm just firing off the hip.
Right.
Why you play this game is you
It's
go,
going
I
quickly,
go,
yeah.
you go, I go.
And that's not juiced either way. Over minus 110.
I'm
under
surprised by
minus
that. Weak division though.
The Colts, good roster, better quarterback. Matt Ryan just signed there. Division feels like it got weaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tremendously weak division if the Titans aren't what they've been.
Colts fucked themselves and didn't put themselves in the playoffs last year.
Colts, what's the number?
9.5.
Matt Ryan aging 9.5.
It's 9.5. The over is juiced at minus 130. The under is plus 107. So that feels like an easy over to me. Like they finally
the team is good. Like the team there is good.
And
What do they get? You get Jacksonville twice.
right, they get
Houston
Houston,
twice.
They get and in Tennessee they'll probably split, but Tennessee's not as good. Like
5.
that might be 5, and then whew, You got to get, 4.5.
Did I see?
Remember, they've lost to Jacksonville once, like pretty much like the last like 5 years, I think it is.
Who's their crossover? Who's their
I don't
whatever?
know.
That's worth.
It is worth talking about this.
Yeah, I got you. But just keep doing it. Yeah, it's fine.
The Chiefs been on top of the league for a couple of years. What is the Chiefs total?
It's juiced,
Got to be
and
at
it's
least,
inflated.
Got to be at least the Bills. I'm gonna say they did lose Tyreek Hill though.
What was we gave the Bills? What 11? No,
I'm
10.5.
gonna say I almost want to say 12 or 11. 11 and a half, 12.
Chiefs over and under is 10.5.
yeah.
Really?
You got to remember,
Wow.
markets. They'll never. I don't think they could have put them higher than the Bills.
I
Also,
thought it would have been like the same.
with the respect they gave to the Broncos and the Chargers in the same division and the Raiders, like they
They knocked the Chiefs down.
knocked
Yeah.
the Chiefs down a little
Wow, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
bit.
One of those has to be, just mathematically, one of those West teams has to be an under. You're telling me what were the Broncos? I'm sorry, 10.5.
No, the Broncos were 10.
10.
I think the Raiders are 8.5. The Chargers are 9.5.
And the Chiefs are.
10.5.
So they're just saying they're
You
gonna.
got to play an under.
They're basically saying
on
they're
one
gonna
of those.
cannibalize each other.
You got to play an under on one of those. All those teams are going to just be all in the playoff mix.
The Rams, defending Super Bowl champs, the Rams.
I honestly don't have Odell back. I'm trying. Or at least not. They don't know yet.
Seattle's a joke out there. I'm going to say right on par with the Bills, 11.5.
Let's say 10.5.
He's just walking the dog on you right now. It's a rough look. And he
Anytime
went second that
says a
time.
number, I'm trying not to give the same
But he
number.
went second that time. It was
All right,
10,
fine.
10.5. Juice to the under,
Okay.
which is surprising to me. And then I got two more. The Patriots. I think this one is a hammer underplay.
It's a good-
Don't take that as meaning what the number is. I'm just
So I mean, it's got to be that.
9.5.
Got to be like 10.
it's 9. It's 9.
Wow.
And you're still saying under 9?
I am saying hammer. That quarterback's not that good. What have they done to improve their team in the offseason? The Bills are going to sweep them. The Dolphins are better.
Better.
The Jets are better.
For sure.
Like I don't know if that means they're better than the Patriots, but they're better than they were, and the Dolphins swept them last year. Like I just don't think Mac Jones is a very good quarterback.
I think he's solid.
I don't know. I think we overreacted when he just didn't when he was just when he was average and they were winning games 17-16, we're like, "Oh, okay, this guy's got it." He didn't really show us anything.
You can win with him. I think.
Yeah, but everything else got to be great to win with.
But I mean, they won with him on some level last year. I get
Won
that
10-7 last
they
year.
made the playoffs, but I'm saying the receivers stunk.
Right.
That's just been a New England thing forever.
What have they done to improve that team? Is my question.
I hear you. Thinking more on it, like realizing that I think every other team got better and they didn't. I hear
He's
you.
got to take a leap. I will say that. I
Saying
think
you would
can
hammer the under is what threw me.
you
That
can-
made me go 10.
definitely win with the guy, but he's got to take a leap.
And then I like the last one is there's one other team that is 11.5. That's the highest total in the league. One other team with the Bills. Who is it?
Oh, shit.
Bucks.
It is the Bucs.
Bucks are still 11.5.
I mean, Brady's playing. Total is going to be 11 at least.
Yeah, the Bucs, and I want to instinctively go under because I just want to be present when Brady falls apart. But the Saints roster is pretty good, but the quarterback situation isn't. The Falcons are trash.
great.
The Panthers are trash.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You got to go.
They're the team that's
got to
gonna
go 5-1, 6-0.
They will.
in
No,
that
but
like
see,
that's
they will.
non-negotiable.
That's the difference. Like they will.
they
do it.
will, yeah.
The Colts are liable to go 3-3. Like they will go 5-1.
Because if the Bucks do have to, if they regress and they have to fight for that playoff position, that's what you're carrying your load on, and then you go win 3 other games somewhere else. You know what I mean?
All right. 888-STOOL-22, 888-STOOL-22 if you want to call. And did you see Antonio Brown's comments on Kaepernick?
Yeah. Do you see also can't guard Mike Thomas quote tweeted and was like not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I
Well,
think there's an element of Cap.
Well,
Cap
the point.
realized what he was doing was going to make him a lot of fucking money.
Well, I think the point that he made that I think was the big picture of it. He's like he took the money.
yeah,
Like he took this massive payday and then
took
was
the
like,
commercial.
no one's like, give me a cut. Like you just got the money you were supposed to get, basically.
yeah, and listen, I think there's an element where when what Cap started doing when he started it was noble in his mind, was noble, and in a lot of people's mind. I'm trying to be very careful what I
Towing the
say because
line.
I don't want the 50% over here and the 50% over here that just hate each other to go at it over this. But what might have started out as a noble pursuit turned into a very lucrative thing for him, and maybe he doesn't want in the league as much as he pretends to want in the league.
I will.
I think that's fair enough.
I'll just say this from 100 feet up, and it's just an observation at all. Do you hear from him at all a lot? As far as platforms, are people giving him what just literally your eyeballs? It's not, do you agree with this? Do you is he on podcasts? Is he doing interviews?
Yeah, I think
he doing 60?
I think he circles
I haven't
around.
seen him in a while.
I think he
circles
feel
around.
Maybe
He used to be a lot more, I feel like.
Drops in every now and then.
I know
That's
he,
what I'm-
he
but,
was
you know
doing
what?
some
That's
stuff.
fine.
He was doing some stuff I really did appreciate. Like he had this thing where he was like basically people who were there, I think it was homeless or like just got out of being incarcerated, was like getting them suits so they go to job interviews and like things like that, like noble, like good causes. But I agree with Brandon in the sense like he was on Nike commercials,
Right, without a doubt,
doing, like stuff like that. And then they pretty much said the NFL settlement was like over $20 million.
Yeah. I mean,
it just does feel like
a lot of money.
If someone's filing his clips in a binder or press clippings, it does seem like there's 6-month gaps or 4-month gaps between anything significant. You know, probably longer, but
financially, the route he took up to 30 times as lucrative as the route he was going to take just being a football player.
Yeah, I mean his last year in San Francisco, they were pretty bad. And also, I'll say a little bit just
And financially,
the team. Well, no, I was saying like his actual. I'm saying take out everything, just his on-field performance, but the team was bad also. Like it wasn't like I don't think much quarterbacks would have went in there and the team would have been a ton better. But
all right, 888-STOOL-22 for 20 minutes. We will take your calls, and it is your show now. However you want to do it. Just a reminder, the Yak is up next. I think it's going to be a really good show. I predict we're going to maybe play a little Family Feud. I predict Jerry will be involved. There's going to be some good stuff. Good stuff. So watch the Yak coming up next. This is the guy who was hanging on long before we even said that we were going to be on the line. It is Al in New York. Hello, Al.
What's up, boys? Big fans of the show.
Thank
I was
you.
just calling. I wanted to ask you guys what happened to me last night.
What happened?
I got a 10-leg baseball parlay. It is plus 4,400. It's
Phillies.
2 games. So I got over in the Red Sox game, a Devers hit, a Bogarts hit, Ohtani 2 bases, and Ohtani RBI. Those all hit. Second game is Blue Jays, over hits, Vlad 2 bases, Vlad RBI hits, Jose Ramirez hits. So I put this in the morning, and George Springer's healthy scratch before the game. So I'm like, okay, word, I hit the parlay, and guess who they pinch hit in the 9th inning, and it counts, and it loses my parlay.
oh no, Springer. Wow,
Oh, that's,
Probably the most crushing thing of all
that's
time.
a tough one. I thought you had the Phillies.
I know. It was
yeah, I did feel like it was going to be a Phillies setup there at the beginning, but
oh my
that's
God.
the danger of the parlay
That's
life.
not
Mm.
I'm seeing ghost form right now.
Also,
That's disgusting.
all right.
I know. And
That's
even the
truly
worst thing
disgusting.
was I found online, it said all MLB props, the player must start for it to count. So I'm like, all right, word, I still win. And then 10 minutes later, it says it didn't cash.
Well, that's a depressing way to start.
Heartbroken.
Yeah,
All right, thank you,
that's
Al.
life.
He had to vent.
That's
I
that's
get
kind of
it.
life. I kind of agree.
He
Like,
had to vent.
I mean, that was a wild part. It was a wild parlay,
But to
it didn't seem-
get that far, like you got all the way through like the day and everything.
I mean, listen, 9 legs, 10 legs is a little crazy, but I do think if you can target, like yesterday, like I was all over the Brewers win total. I'm sorry, Brewers team total. Hammer them
The same
and
games.
start putting guys together.
yeah.
That's what we love. We talked about it all the time, like with these.
The
You know
parlay
what I love
plus.
doing it is the NFL in primetime standalone games because you're not flipping. That's what you're watching. You know.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go with Andrew in North Carolina. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
You got it, man.
Rico, big UVA basketball fan here, so I know a thing or two about tempo. How do you feel an extra media timeout will affect tempo in games?
I hate it. I mean,
yeah.
it's a good advantage for you guys who play in.
Time. Stop.
Yeah, he's gonna get mad at this.
Hold on.
You're
No.
gonna hate it.
No. I didn't see this.
Yeah,
Yep.
They're adding another media timeout per half.
correct. If you have it in front of you, correct me.
I
But
know it.
17,
17, 14, 11, 8, 4.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. The last thing college basketball needed was another media timeout.
You know where it's the
Real.
worst?
Just snuck one in there at 17, 11.
Now, so how does that work with the floater? The first 30 called in the second half. So is there 6 in the second half, or are we just doing 10 total?
I think it's still 10 total.
All right, so
I could
it's
be
the
wrong.
floater basically. All right, whatever. But you talk about how long. Listen, the tournament I love, and we love it, right? But at a certain point, didn't you, like, even basketball diehards who could have watched that not on a stream, in a basement with our friends, which we've been doing for years, didn't then at some point there at 8, 7 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock, you were like, man, I want to lay down. These games are taking fucking forever.
Yeah.
So what is that going to do to a casual fan?
And just the fact that
those tournament games are going to take so
you're taking a
long.
media break 3 goddamn minutes into the game. Like 4 was too quick.
Taking one every 3 minutes for the first
Listen,
until 8.
Virginia's gonna love it. They're gonna play to there are teams like Wisconsin that play to those medias, like win a 3-minute war, you know what I mean? So like if you get a team that wants to slow you down and just grind it out, it's definitely gonna help them. But commercial wise, it sucks.
That fucking
brutal.
sucks.
From a fan standpoint, I definitely don't mind it, but I mean, the games are going to take forever, which will suck.
Well, from a fan standpoint, why do you not mind it?
No, he said
I mean,
UVA
from a
standpoint.
UVA fan.
Oh, yeah, right.
He
Okay,
said it helps the
as a
team
casual
it
fan,
is.
I said that from the get go. But you're right. It's horrible. It's brutal. It's
Thank you,
brutal.
Andrew. All right, we move on to line 4. That's where
Plus the other thing. Sorry, each team has 4 timeouts still.
yeah.
So we talk about stops. It's 10 guaranteed. Using your timeouts, which you know they're going to do. 18 stops plus reviews plus what? Like, what are we doing?
You mind if I talk to Sam in Missouri?
Yeah, why? What's his?
Well, he's up. I was just you were still on the show.
God forbid I give a point that's relevant to the conversation.
Hello, Sam.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Shout out Rico and Ev. I'm a big fan of the new show you guys got. And also, I know you guys give your picks at the end of the show, but you guys have any MLB locks for tonight?
You want one that's gonna make you puke? It's not a lock. I think today's the day the Reds win the game.
Jesus
I
Christ.
swear to God, you're gonna get 50 wins.
A 3 and
Humiliating
22.
loss yesterday. Brubaker's not great. Today is the day I will back the Reds.
I'm on the Pirates.
Okay.
It's just more.
That as well.
It's more or less fading them is just profitable. I'll just keep riding that way.
Definitely is. I got you.
That's a nice shout out for Big Evan Rico. Anybody else you want to shout out?
TJ's doing a great job.
Shout out Mizzou.
Go Tigers.
Mississippi State.
Never forget that.
Appreciate
That SEC championship.
you, Sam from Mizzou.
You
Legend.
know how pathetic it has to be a fucking Missouri fan? By the way, it's also Gas Us Up Fridays. So
Oh, that's right. That's true.
nobody's really done it yet. Well, that
He
guy did it
just
for
did it, yeah.
he sucked your dick and your dick. And he didn't suck the biggest
Good
dick in the
show.
room. 888, still 22. Bryce in Florida, go ahead.
What's up? I just had to, gas it up. Rico, I'm a rider. Big Ev, I be riding some of your UFC plays sometimes. Appreciate that. And then Brandon, you're cool too whenever you're not playing the shtick that you hate Florida and everything.
I have never played that shtick in my life. College football fans are the whiniest little bitches in the world. I have said my take is
You trashed Dan Mullen for the whole season, and then you said it was a bad move to fire him.
absolutely a bad move to fire him. Yeah, he had a bad season. Doesn't mean you fire him after one bad season.
We had the 80th recruiting class and went top 20 when our guy had like less than a month.
Yeah, and your new guy ain't recruiting worth the shit either.
I mean, we went from 80th to top 20 once he got retired.
How's he doing this year?
Hasn't coached a game.
I don't like you. Okay, 888, still 22. I don't like that guy. College football homers, when you say, I think it was a mistake for Florida to fire Dan Mullen. Oh, he hates Florida. God damn it, he hates Florida. Yesterday I had a take where I was like, these are the most fascinating players in college football, and I didn't have Hendon Hooker from Tennessee because he's going to be good, but there's nothing really interesting about it. He's just going to be good. And, he hates Tennessee. Why does this guy hate Tennessee? Nobody hates your fucking team, you pansy-ass bitch.
I mean, that's honestly, if you think that's kind of gambling as well. Like if I just like bet against like a team, they're
They'll say, why do you hate us?
You hate that. I'm like, God, one day I thought you were gonna lose. I'm sorry.
Get that in college basketball a lot.
All right, we go to
quick. Who's the backup for Virginia Tech?
Backup quarterback?
Yeah. Just transferred in. He's in the graveyard is the hint.
who is it?
Grant Wells.
Oh, really?
I hope Hendon Hooker throws for 7,000 yards and this kid never gets off the fucking bench.
Well, Hendon Hooker's in Tennessee.
What did I? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
He was in Tennessee last year.
Right.
Sorry, boys.
That's all right.
What's Virginia Tech's quarterback's name?
It was Burmeister last year. They're going through.
they got a couple now,
They got a
yeah.
competition this
All
year.
right, I apologize.
It's all right. That's all right.
Colors a little
Okay,
rusty.
it's okay.
A little rusty.
It's-
I'll
it's-
get eviscerated.
It's May. It's not time.
rusty.
It's not time to know college football yet.
You know what that was, though?
What?
I just hate Grant Well.
All right.
So, like I was saying it regardless.
All right.
Rice.
I'm sorry.
Lost outright to Rice as 20-point favorite.
Oh, man.
George in New York.
Sorry, boys.
How you doing, guys? I want to give you my best bet for the weekend. Mets first 5 on Saturday. They're 4-1 in the first 5 when Bass starts, and F1's garbage.
Okay.
I like it.
Kind of
Like
that
it
one,
early.
too.
I like it.
I mean, we were.
Anytime somebody calls and says, I got a baseball pick, and it's not for that day, it's for the next day. Like Mark in Philly did it yesterday. He had a pick for today.
Yep.
And then this guy calling for a pick tomorrow. That's a lock bet for me.
I mean,
If this guy's already looking at tomorrow's baseball games and has a strong opinion, he's right.
We do it all the time in football, though. On Monday, we're like, hey, I love
Even
it.
in football, but baseball is such a day-to-day
Yeah.
sport. It's a
1,000%.
day-to-day grind. Like
100%.
what if they come out and they were to lose 19-2 today? It might change the mood of the team. Now, that's probably not going to happen, but I'm just saying it's such a day-to-day grind.
Sure, today we don't lose.
Okay, just relax, George. Fuck. I don't think you're going to lose. Fuck.
Oh, man.
Also, he didn't gas this up, so. Speaking of Mark and Philly, here's the boy right here. Mark.
Good energy, though.
Sup, fellas? Gas him up Friday. Rico and Big Ev, keep up the great work with Hot Ice. Brandon, keep getting the best wrestling interviews in the world on wrestling. Great Ezekiel interview. But like you just said, the Mariners didn't come through for me last night, but like I said yesterday, I liked them even more today with Gilbert on the mound. But I'm actually calling in because you were talking NFL futures. I wanted to talk about the AFC West since you guys were talking about it. The Chargers and Broncos are both listed at 10 on win totals, like you said. I just don't think these rosters are close. The Chargers added Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson to Bosa and Derwin on defense, not to mention having Eckler, Allen, and Williams as weapons, while the Broncos basically only added Russell Wilson of consequence. And I think at this point, I would prefer Justin Herbert at quarterback, especially with their roster. So I think the Chargers are a legitimate Super Bowl contender who are doing the right thing by going all in during Herbert's rookie deal. And I think the Broncos will struggle to even be in the playoff conversation. I don't think the rest of their roster is ready for the commitment they made for that trade. So Chargers over, Broncos under.
Oh, I like it. He just always has such great detail and really
takes
puts
it very
I mean the two rosters. I think he had a very strong point.
Because I mean, you see Russell Wilson in a lot of casuals, and I think I put myself in. You look at the Broncos, you say they've been close, but they haven't really been that close. And
I was surprised that their win total was 10 with Russell Wilson.
and then Russell. Let's just be honest about Russell Wilson for a second. Wasn't that great last year? Like he hasn't.
No.
So he has to find the fountain of youth. He has to find something that rejuvenates him. Not saying he can't. I mean, Matt Stafford just went from Detroit and won a Super Bowl, so that's very doable. Thank you very much for
See the
that,
Jets and Giants numbers?
I didn't.
Giants 7.
Jets
Jets
are
5.5.
5.5.
Jets heavy juiced over. -162. Giants -121 over 7.
Have you seen the Giants? Just obviously it changes so much year to year. Winnable schedule on paper. On right now, we play the NFC, we play the AFC North.
Yeah.
NFC North, AFC South.
NFC North is the division you want to play.
And AFC South.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
the two divisions you want to play.
See, that's why I think the game's order matters a little bit.
I don't know if the order
if you
matters.
got to get 7 and you open up against Jacksonville, Chicago, and then give me Washington, and you know what I'm saying? But if you're heavy loaded early, I could see a team getting down on themselves. I think it matters a little, the order.
Promise we'll play Dallas week 1 and we'll lose by 2 touchdowns.
Let's go to
they look fine, so maybe I just pushed too hard when I got lost.
Vito, you're on the air.
Yo, I thought maybe it was a float. I thought maybe it was a
Vito!
Sorry, guys, let me call you back. Sorry.
Oh, who?
I think he was going to call the other guy back. He's going to talk to us.
No, he hung up on us.
Oh, I thought you
didn't hang up on him.
Oh, I thought you did.
Vito.
I'll call you back.
I never heard anybody do that, radio. Tell the host, I'll call you back. I do think that's a great bit.
You mad that you didn't think of that in your call-in career?
I think it's very funny. I did see somebody, it had to be fake. Somebody was on Princess oh, damn, Mike, I'm getting a ticket. I got to go. They said they got nailed for this. That was very funny, but it had to be planned.
All right, we go to the state of Toronto. Hello, Phil in Toronto.
What's up, boys? First of all, Rico, huge fan, huge rider. Brandon, love the hair. Big Ev, you've done great in gambling. You're an Ohio State fan. I'm a Michigan fan, so that's about all I can say for you. First time, long time. Quickly on the Miami GP this weekend. I'm a big F1 fan. On the Score Bet app, Charles Leclerc to win and take pole position, plus 300. I also like sprinkling Carlos Sainz to win, plus 1,100. He's going to do well. He's got the new power unit. You may as well sprinkle it now because he's going to qualify up that order. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and go Leafs, go Bolts. Get the overnight in the hockey game as well, Tampa and Toronto. Love you, boys. I'll hang up and listen. Have a good one.
Thank you. I don't know what you're going to listen to. I don't know what we have to say to that. Although I love when everybody calls and talks about a sport I don't know about, and they say, and what you want to do is sprinkle this guy. I like
that 11-1.
Done. Right.
Lock it up.
I mean, you tell me to sprinkle somebody that I don't know. I for some reason, because when you ever say sprinkle something, it means you really like it.
And he already told you like the number's gonna.
Right. Yeah.
He's already calling his shot. Like this is the best number you're gonna get.
I'm betting this guy, but sprinkle that guy. For some reason, sprinkle that guy just makes the hairs on my arm stick up a little bit. All right, we go to line 1. Christian in New York. What's up, Christian?
What's up, guys? Brandon, I love the Sox today. They're looking good.
Thank you.
Ev, the Carhartt sweatshirt, always fire. Rico, I think you just gave out the pick of the year with the Jets over 5.5, so that was appreciated. What about
fair
you
enough.
guys? About 2 things, if I could.
Go.
One, after thanks, Brandon, appreciate it. That's a nice compliment. So I took a future on the Mets and Yankees to win the AL and NL East parlayed. Had to do it. I mean, they just look so good right now. Subway Series would be great. And then, Rico, this is more for you. Who do you think's more deserves the credit on the change in the Mets culture? Would you say Buck Showalter or Steve Cohen?
It's interesting. Overall, Cohen.
Has to be Cohen.
Overall, Cohen. Day-to-day, though, and attitude, Buck 75, 80%. Go ahead.
Can I give you a franchise, Cohen, team, Buck?
100%. Which is great, too, because Cohen is not fucking around like Dolan does with it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want an owner meddling with day-to-day. Let Buck do what he does. We trust the guy. It's been great. It's been a great run. And, we didn't touch on it at the beginning of the show. Our best player is still waiting to come back. So, a lot of high hopes here.
All right, thank you very much. 888-STOOL-22. We go to Dan in Ohio. Hello, Dan.
Hey, what's up, boys? A little gas 'em up Friday. It's going back a little bit, but shout out to all three of you fellas on the college football win totals Wednesdays last year. I tailed a lot of them, and pretty sure you guys were all in plus money. The one I remember, I don't know why this hit me today, but Rico, we got robbed on those sons of bitches from Old Dominion. I think it was like 4.5 their win total, and they started 1-6, and somehow ended up like 6-6.
Yep.
What's up? But looking forward to those again this coming year. That's all I got. Have a good Friday, fellas.
Thank you very much. We'll start those June, maybe.
Yeah, probably June, July.
July.
Yeah, as long as the hard part obviously is the transfer portal and shit like that. But we'll get the magazines. That was I loved it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We'll definitely do it. Line 3, that's got Papa Smurf in Boston. Let's talk UFC. Go Papa Smurf.
Yo, what's up, guys? I just want to say, Big Ev, you're the man. Keep coming with those picks. Rico, love the biggest horse guy in the company, man. Hope you have a good weekend. And B-Walk definitely doesn't look like Ellen DeGeneres.
We go to line.
You talk some UFC.
We didn't.
I was excited.
He had his chance. He blew it. Sorry.
He said you didn't look like Ellen DeGeneres.
You definitely didn't.
No, I understand.
Didn't. I did.
Hold on. Hey, this is Vito. Vito in Arizona. Hey, Vito.
Hey guys.
Sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to call back. All right. We go to line 4. Tony in Jersey. What's up, Tony?
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Great.
How you doing? Happy Friday.
Thank you.
So here's what I got. Preseason, we had plus 5,500. Right now, live on the Barstool Sports book, we're at plus 30-20. Yankees and Mets to be in the World Series this year. Baseball needs it more than ever.
Okay, y'all relax. Y'all got to fucking relax. First of all,
it's happening.
First of all, hold on. Baseball outside of this city doesn't give a fuck about the Yankees-Mets. Doesn't give a fuck about the Yankees-Mets in the world. That's absolutely true.
There's Yankee fans all over Florida.
There's not Mets fans all over the country as much as there are Yankees fans.
Oh, Yankees hold more of a candle. The people like the caring aspect, Yankees are holding more of that. But I don't know. You never know with baseball fans. Like, I know that the Subway Series was a bad ratings thing 20 years ago.
Nobody gives a shit about the Yankees Mets outside of the city.
Which is weird, though. Why wouldn't you want to see, and especially like if the Yankees and Mets do on this trajectory, wouldn't you want to see the two best teams if you're a baseball guy in the World Series?
Yankees-Dodgers would destroy Yankees Mets in ratings. Destroy them.
Even with LA being weirdos out there?
Yeah, they're Dodgers. They watch the Dodgers. No, that's not. I'm not going to suck New York dick just because I'm sitting in the city.
Yankees-Dodgers would be better. TV-wise.
Y'all think
how it wouldn't get there?
Y'all think the whole world revolves around your fucking sports teams, and it just doesn't. Yankees, that's true, but the Mets are a great story, and the Mets are probably a better baseball team than the Yankees. By the way, one more thing about the Yankees. You guys just won 11 in a row, and you're only up 2.5 over the Rays. Like that division. Don't count that division yet. That division's going to be a fucking horse race.
I mean, literally,
the Rays and the Jays are going to be there all year.
No, I mean, and we knew that all along. Like, I'm not like you knew the Rays are going to be good. You knew the Blue Jays are going to be good. I've said before the season started, the Yankees are a streaky team. They're gonna have their ups. They're gonna have their downs.
Well, let me give a shout out to Tony in Jersey because it sounds like I just poo-pooed his point, but he did give us plus 3,000 for a World Series matchup, which it's not a terrible bet. Like these are two of the best teams in baseball right now, and if you can get them at that number. It's a lottery ticket, but it's not a terrible one.
No.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, who's really head and shoulders above anybody out there in the AL aside from the AL East?
Can I tell you a team that I just think the Brewers are going to be. I thought I liked them last year. It didn't happen with that pitching staff. They're now like 19-8. They're right there with the Yankees and the Mets as far as record goes. They've been really high. Like they're quiet.
Yeah. But
they're fucking good.
Let the Cardinals go on a little bit of a win streak and give me more of a plus sign in that division. Cardinals are proven commodity.
Every time.
Proven commodity. O'Neal hasn't been great.
Didn't the Brewers win it last year?
Even though they lost in the first round.
Okay.
All right.
Cardinals, historic. It's not like I'm grasping at air.
Fair enough. Last call. Jack in Virginia. Go, Jack.
Hey, fellas, long-time listener. Thanks for taking my call. I was on that Mets money line last night, so what an electric hit. Am I right, Rico? I mean, just unbelievable. This Mets team is different. It feels different. Got an NHL pick for tonight. The Lightning are coming back home, just fresh off the win against the Maple Leafs. Come back home. I love Lightning -1.5. It's at +195 in the Barstool Sportsbook right now. They just played the Maple Leafs like 2-3 weeks ago at home and beat them 8-1. So really love the pick and the value at Lightning +195 tonight. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you very much.
Here was one very quickly on hockey that I didn't understand. Carolina's got a plus sign next to them after the beatings that they're giving Boston, and I know the game's in Boston.
I mean,
backs against the wall game.
I get it. It just kind of seems like a principle game.
I mean,
Carolina plus sign.
The Suns handle the Mavs with ease two straight times, and it's basically a pick 'em tonight. So I mean, that's once you flip those home.
I follow that. Yeah, okay. Carolina does seem head and shoulders better though, in the little I've watched.
I don't know the I don't know the spread there. I don't know the odds, so I can't really speak very educatedly on that. All right, so Marty should be back next week, maybe. I don't know how long that. Ben Mintz, I just don't know if he's on the show anymore. He just doesn't give a fuck about the show and just goes and records music at 2 a.m. that nobody gives a fuck about.
Well, he's out all next week for the Classic, bringing the sports book to the South.
Oh, he is, yeah.
So definitely not next week. And then after that, he'll probably have to grow the game, I would think, if I check the schedule.
I would imagine.
Ooh, college baseball season.
It's coming up.
Coming up.
It's Omaha time.
Which he has completely ignored.
Gives picks every day.
I might have to come save it again. All right, so we'll do picks. I think
in his defense, he did submit his picks today at 12:08 p.m., so right on time.
Time difference.
All right, so here we go. I think Rico's in first place. No,
I've been having a good 2 months.
Last night.
I've been having a good 2 months. Yeah,
I finally had a decent day.
Yes. You like that GIF I sent you, the Titanic?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Rico, lead us off.
Twins -1.5. I'm going to back the Rockies money line. They're one of my favorite teams this year. They get on base. They hit the pitcher really well. I love Crone. Give me the Reds money line. It's pathetic, but that line should kind of tell you as well. Like, the Reds are horrific. The line should be way higher. Just give me the Reds, plus sign. And Joe Ryan, we gave it out on Hot Ice yesterday, but I'll give it officially. Joe Ryan, AL Rookie of the Year. He's got great numbers in his first 4 starts. The Twins are the darlings of that division. If he gets really hot, I think it's worth a stab here at him, AL Rookie of the Year.
Big F.
All right, I'm fading the Reds. I got the Pirates minus 120. I like sneaky. The A's have been sneaky this year, plus 155. I like that. And then I'm also taking the Padres. I feel bad. They're playing the Marlins. It's Darvish versus Sandy Alcantara. Alcantara is an absolute stud, but the guy he'll have a 1 ERA and just lose. Give me the Padres money line. I trust him.
All right, I'm on the NBA games. I like the Heat Sixers under 210.5. I like to be a little defensive slugfest slog. I like the Heat to win. Listen, even if I get Embiid on the court, I'm not really scared of that. Like if he's got a busted thumb and a busted eye, and he's just coming off concussion protocol, like I don't think you get. I mean, he's got to score over Bam Adebayo with all that going on. Like it's hard enough to do it as it is. And then you got Suns Mavs over 219.5. That's my favorite pick of the day. I mean, these two teams score. What was it last time? It was 238, something like that, 248, somewhere in that range. And before that, it was 230. So these teams comfortably go over that number, I believe. Those are my 3 picks. Good week of content, boys.
It's been solid.
The Yak is up next. It is a recorded episode that we did a couple weeks ago. You know, we're trying to do these things. If you look at a lot of our Twitters, we're asking you what the best Yak moments of all time are. So if you want to weigh in on that, let us know. And I think TJ's doing a little project with that. So Yak is up next. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, Big Ev. Derby this weekend. Canelo fight tomorrow night.
Zone.
You get the best commentary in the world. You get the humor. You get the insight of Robbie Fox. You get Dave and Dan. DAZN.com/Barstool. DAZN.com/Barstool. The biggest fight in the world tomorrow night. The best commentary. Good luck, boys. The Yak is up next.